I finished the page turner. I'm going to give this a 4 star for the story, but there's so much with this. Like the first 60% of this book, I would say the main character is insufferable, and I have at least 116 annotations in this book, which for some reason I thought uh, Viola Shipman was a debut author. I think I read something wrong on NetGalley. This is not a NetGalley book. I got this from Kindle Unlimited, but I had applied to be an ARC reader for this book. But Harlequin has minimum requirements for who can receive a copy, which is very interesting with this, like, the subject matter of this, and like publishing and influencing and marketing and just and that's part of the 116 annotations. But it's like me having a chip on my shoulder about the art copy stuff with what's being said. It there's I'd say that's maybe 20% of the annotations. The other is just it just there's a the only other thing that I have annotated this much, other than like the Bible, is Red Rising. But I did not know Viola Shipman is the pen name of a man, and there were, I don't know what my problem is, that apparently when I read men writing fiction, I have quip, catty annotations. Like I don't like it, but I can't not put a note about what I'm thinking at the time so that I can move on. So this book took longer than I expected to read because I'm stopping every oh I the Bechdel test is mentioned 15 times in this book, but a, a lot is front loaded in the beginning 63 pages to where I'm like, we are not passing this test by constantly talking about this test. It's just, it's like it was beginning to lose all meaning. It just, but the story does come together in the like maybe 65 to 95% timeline. Like a story forms properly in that last chunk. But then I went to bed at the climax basically because I had been reading straight through because I'm trying to get through my Kindle Unlimited TBR by October 2nd. But like I was like, okay, fine, we're at this point, I'm gonna go to sleep because it was like at 4 in the morning or something. So I wake up and then there's the back 5% of the book because I didn't know what was going to happen. It's like we still have quite a lot of story to go through, but the back 5% is the author telling you what you just read, and it goes back to being not insufferable, but it explains a lot of my annotation questions because, like, this character is supposed to be 20, the main character is supposed to be 22, and her opinions and her discussion of her generation, it 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 this character could exist. But then the back half, the references start being much older to where I'm like, especially because I thought this was a debut author, I'm like, is this a Harlequin author trying to like write under a pen name and be younger or something, or appeal to a different generation. I just uh, also they spell Hoda's name with a T, and I don't I don't watch morning television, but I know how to spell Hoda's name, and I don't know if they're trying to fictionalize her name or if they just genuinely don't know how to spell her name, because it's repeated 3 or 4 times, and it's like they got Jenna Bush's name, but I just yeah, it's like I did not when I was reading the beginning of this, I was just thinking it's a good thing I didn't get this as an art copy, because I would have been conflicted about what I was going to rate it, because I wasn't expecting to get more than a 3. But it came together as a story, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to fault it for the beginning. Like it it has a change to it. It's like I want to encourage this like this young debut author, which you can be a debut author and not be young, but I just at the beginning that was what I was thinking. But anyways, it's like the story got to where I'm like, okay, I could maybe give this a 4-star. I don't want to just give it 3.5. It actually comes together, although there's a lot of annotations where I'm like, she could be bipolar, but like, which I'm bipolar, so that's why I'm like, okay, some of this is delusions of grandeur, or just like you're reading signs, and they could be there, but that's not necessarily what the secret is in this family. But then it's like her sister will point out my points on that, to where it's like, well, we are checking at every crazy jump. Are you sure you're not just dealing with the grief and this is a manifestation of that? And I don't know. I had enough discussion with myself while reading this book that I'm not just gonna give it a 3 or a 3.5. It's like, it's a 4-star book. The story eventually comes together fully, and I just I don't I don't want it's not a 5-star read, but I can't discount that this is a story, and that I obviously am going to think about this story. But yeah, I have gone on so long about this book. It has a lot of manipulation in it, which is twisted. If that triggers you, I wouldn't recommend this, because it's like the fakeness is just. Anyways, I'm gonna give this a 4-star. Read it at your own risk.